Hey guys, in this video from Timber Mill Design, we're going to make this sit right there zip code sign. So let's get to it. When I say I'm going to use a piece of scrap, I mean this has even been painted on. It's such a piece of scrap. It's a 15-inch long 2x8 piece of pine, and we clean it up a little bit with sanding. I also like to sand the edges off just so that they're not so rough. I just kind of knock those down. And then to give the back a color, I just like to burn it. This is a torch. You just kind of go over all of it really slowly. Pine is probably the only wood type that we burn like this, and you can stain on top of it, but this is not going to be stained. The front I used paint. This is Waverly White from Walmart, and I do like to thin it out just so that I don't have so many brush strokes. So the method I'm going to be using for this sign is, I think of it like the reverse method. Whatever color I want the lettering to be, that's what I paint first. And then the vinyl goes on top of that color. So that's why I'm starting with white. This sign is going to go in a school, and I kind of like to use that old-timey chalkboard look where it's black with white lettering. And so I'm painting it white because that's what I want the letters to be. I cut out my stencil from my Cricut. That's just regular vinyl, and I'm kind of dry fitting it here to make sure that I had it all correct. Now, I actually dry fitted it before I cut the vinyl. I like to use the print method to do that first. Print it and then lay it out, and so I know everything's going to fit just nicely. I want to make sure I get everything straight and centered up, and then brandish it really good. So one thing you're not going to see in this video that's probably the most important step is what to do after you put the vinyl down. So I've protected all of the white lettering. The lettering is going to turn out white. And what I need to do after I put down the vinyl and make sure it's really stuck well, after I didn't show this, but I take off that transfer tape and then brandish it again. Make sure that's good and stuck. But then we're actually going to paint on top of this and get all the edges and paint it white. So if you see, as I'm starting to paint the black on top, those letters, those vinyl letters have been painted. That's because I took the white and painted over all of those edges so that if there's any part of the vinyl that didn't stick well, the black won't seep up under because it has been already sealed with the white paint. Now I'm just using my pick to peel off all of the vinyl. It makes it the vinyl piece is a little stiff because it got painted on twice. But what also happens is when I peel all that tape off, sometimes you lose a little too much paint, so I just go back and touch it up. Our last step is going to be to seal it off. I'm using warm satin. It's a polyurethane. That blue can is one of my favorites, and I like to spray this. And that's all there is to it. It'll just sit right there on the shelf. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, a bell, a thumbs up. Do you have a question? Write it in the comments. Until next time.